toy fans and building fans. So I'm here. I'm actually, this was one of those really quick polybag things I picked up. It is by Lego. It is the Millennium Falcon. Now, this is grossly undersized to the minifigs. I'm going to go ahead and tell you that. But it is a polybag, and I believe that there is going to be some decent stuff in this that's going to be worth, using for other things down the way. But for our review purposes, we want to put it together. We want to check it out. We want to see how it works. So let's actually build this. Let's talk about it, and let's get into it, okay? So again, with all my poly bags, usually if it's something I'm going to keep, I like to slice the bag open, make sure it's nice and neat. I have a feeling this one I'm probably going to use for bits and bobs and pieces and parts, because there's a lot of stuff in this that seems to be, tech savvy. It'd be cool technical stuff. Alright, so we got lots of plates, lots of studs, a few disc pieces, some tiles, just some little nice things. These pieces like this, I call them the little handgun, or not handgun, but little, I don't even know what they're called. Some of these pieces are really good. Okay, now, like with most polybags, we get like one sheet front and back, but it seems to be, instruction-wise, it seems to be pretty generic and okay. So we're going to take all four of these. They're like little circular 4x4 plates, but they're 4x4 plates that are wedged down. So we're stacking two 2x4 plates together. Nice snap. And then this is going to fit right onto here. Very nice. Okay, looks like we are taking these translucent 1x2 plates. These are always super nice. And we're going to be putting them along the back. I have a feeling this is going to be our Falcon engine part, which is always good. See, I already made a mistake there. There we go. Here, and it looks like we got another set right here. Okay, and that's supposed to fit right in there. Nice. I do feel like this should have gone back, but again, if we're trying to keep it where we don't have all this, it makes sense. Now we're going to stack another set of the 2x4 plates. Put them there. Looks like it's going out right here. And then we got this 1x2 plates. We're stacking them tall, and they're going to go right over here. Okay. We're kind of lining things up. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. All right. Looks like we're starting on our mandibles. We're going to find our two mandible pieces. So we got this one here. And looks like this one's going to go right here. We got one over here. I have a feeling, so it looks like we didn't do the 1x2 plates on the other side, but I have a feeling it's because we're going to be going out with the cockpit right here, so it kind of makes sense. All right, so that's number 7. So we're going over to 8. Now we got these cool pieces here. I like these sorts of plates. They're rounded. We're going to make 2 of these. So 1 and 2. It looks like they're going to go right back here. I got to count them. 1, 2. So kind of like this. Looks like, oh, no. We're putting them here. And the other one's going to go right here. And then we're doing these service studs. I call them service studs because they got the hole in the center. So, yeah. It allows you to put bars and stuff in it, wedge extra things. The building power of having those studs with the hole in it it's amazing. It is such a game changer since they made those. Okay, so that's 9. We're going over to number 10, but we got multiple steps here. So we got 1. It's going to go here. Let's see. It looks like this is supposed to go like that. Am I correct? Looks like it. And then we've got a plate here. That's actually not correct. Oh, wow. Now, we don't get these very often. This is a brick with a Technic hole, and then like a peggable hole, and then you've got a plate built into it. That is a cool piece. That's not something that you normally get. So that makes me kind of happy. Happy in a very bizarre building sort of way. Like, ooh, I like these building parts. All right. And then we're going to peg that down here. We're going to find, we're using this as our cockpit. So we're going to turn that into place right there. We've got a lingot that goes right up on the top. And then a plate. 1x2 plate. It's going to go right back here. And this looks like it's going to fit right into here. But we've got one stud space. Okay. It's already looking like a Falcon. Quite honestly. Already looking that way. Alright. We got 2 of these plates. Now we've got and these are snot plates. So we've got a snot plate with a down, snot plate with a up. We're snapping those together. 1 and 2. And if you're unsure, so SNOT, S-N-O-T, it is actually an acronym. It means stud not on top. One of the guys that I'm friends with on one of my lives actually let me know what that is. I looked it up later to check to see, and it's true. That is exactly what that is. So we've got this going on top here, and then we're going to start fitting all of our plates right along here. If I remember correctly, the Falcon is actually based off of a hamburger. That was the original inspiration behind it. But it went through a lot of different phases to get kind of where it was supposed to go, what it was supposed to look like. And quite honestly, there's some of the designs, the original designs, are not too bad. Not too bad at all. They would have made for a pretty good Falcon. But when we think of our iconic Falcon, we think of this one. And this is, I couldn't imagine us getting anything other than what we got. Like I said, it is truly iconic. So that's going to go on top there. Very nice. Okay, and then we got some more lingots. Going one here. One back over here. I might have to, I'm having to pull these off. I don't have enough fingernail power here. Okay, and then it looks like we are building some stuff right up here. So we've got some areas where we've got some red paint. That's one of the things, you know, it's not the greatest movie, but I did enjoy the Han Solo movie, the Solo, a Star Wars story. I didn't, not all of it, but I enjoyed quite a bit of that movie. And I think about the time that we finally get into the Falcon and we're getting to see, you know, the Falcon as Lando's ship, and then, you know, see it slowly kind of go into what ends up being Han's ship after he beats it down mercilessly. I really liked that part of the movie. I thought that was really cool. I liked the seeing like all the extra amenities that this thing has, and then later on comparing that to how it's stripped down ungratefully down the way. It does take a bit of a change, but the Falcon is probably one of my favorite Star Wars vehicles. Yeah, it's iconic for that reason. So we got our exhauster rays on the back. We've got, we're using a binocular as a cannon. It's actually pretty cool. So we got the binoculars on there as a cannon. And then it looks like we're taking one of these. We're plugging this into the front there. That's going where is that going exactly? Right up here for our radar dish. Nice. And then we have just a handful of bits and bobs left. So we got a quarter tile. We've got another one of those little handheld pieces. They're really good to make spray paint little things. A lingot. And a lingot is it's usually a 1x2 tile that has like, texture on it like this. We also have grill tiles. And then we've got another one of those studs with the hole on it. I mean, all in all, that took probably less than 10 minutes of a build. And that feels like a solid little build. That's not too bad. That's a fun piece. Definitely one of those. I mean, if you're picking this up for like what, $4.99, I think right now a lot of the stores are trying to get rid of them because there's so many of them that I think I picked mine up for like $4. Yeah, this is a fun little build for $4. Will I keep it this way? Probably not. But there's a lot of, for $4, lots of good building stuff there. And if you like the little micro Star Wars ships, that'd be kind of cool. Honestly, this would be kind of cool to put together and hang from my window. But yeah, no, I dig that. Hey, well, look, that's all I got to say about the Polybag special. That is 30708 Lego Star Wars. That's Millennium Falcon. And it was 74 pieces, so not too bad. Not too bad at all. $4 worth it. Fun little piece. Definitely say if you like the micro ships and you don't have this is definitely worth picking up, especially before they go away. This would be a cool one to have. That's all I got to say about it. Hey, thank you so much for hanging out and checking out this quick build of the Millennium Falcon. I appreciate you all. I love you all. Jesus loves you more. There's nothing you could do about it. I say good luck with the build and happy brick hunting.